Today we're going to talk about my top 5 camera accessories for under $20. So let's do this. What's up, YouTube? If you missed the video from last week, I talked about my top 5 camera accessories for under $10, and we're just going to keep that train rolling with the $20 marker. And if you like the items for under 10, you're gonna love the items for under 20, because I know I'm pumped on this. I think you're gonna get great value out of it. So without further ado, let's keep this budget train rolling. So my first item is a 5-in-1 light reflector from Neewer. And this comes in around $19. So this is one that I don't use all that often, but I think it's a must-have for every photographer, videographer, simply from the fact of it gives you a lot of flexibility on how you want to handle your light. I'm gonna open this up. This thing is giant, so I'm gonna flip this out. Oh God. So first you have a black side of the reflector, and this is to really help with kind of limiting light. Let's say my key light is the sun. What I can do is if my subject has too much light and I want to take some away, what I'll do is I'll kind of hold up the black side to my subject, and it'll basically limit the light that's coming in from the sun or whatever the light source is that you want to block that away. The silver side is if you want to bounce light for more of a cool tone. So if I were to bounce my key light here, then you'll see kind of a little bit of light reflected, but it's gonna be more of a cooler tint. So if I wanna bounce it with a warmer tone, this is gonna be interesting. This thing is giant. I should have thought about how big it was, that's what she said, before I did this video and how small my studio is. I'm gonna have no bounce, but if I hold up the gold side, you should start seeing more of a fill with a warm tone. So you can see that there. Before, after. Then the white's gonna be more for like a neutral tone, but you say, Anson, that's only 4. Well, the 5th is actually going to be a diffuser. This huge thing that you put the fabric around can be used as a diffuser. So if I don't want to completely block out any light, like the black side did, what I'll do is I will use this diffused side to basically kind of limit some of the light, spread it out to where it's not so focused on the subject. And again, this helps for more soft lighting, especially if you do like outdoor portraits, or potentially if you're doing a video where just that scene is too bright because of the sunlight. You could potentially hold something like that up to diffuse the light. Definitely great. I'm gonna put this over here because it's giant. All right. The next item for under $20 is a variable ND filter. I actually did a review on variable NDs when Peter McKinnon launched his variable ND, so if you missed that review, it'll be linked up right up here. This is gonna help you get good bokeh in your shots without completely blowing out your shots. But these can range on so many prices. I would say as you start out and you have more of a smaller budget, go with something like the Neewer variable ND, and then as your budget increases, look into something like Tiffin or Gobi, or potentially even the Peter McKinnon Polar Pro, which I won't lie, like that thing's $250. Potentially you could get both of them and spend $500. I've seen some great results from it. So if you can stomach that, do not spend outside of your budget, but if it is in your budget, definitely check those out. They're great variable ND filters. Neewer variable ND, and you also have some from like K&F Concepts, I believe are also under 20. And at time of filming, these were around $19, so definitely under that $20 marker. The next item for under $20 is gaffer tape. Now I could have put this on the $10 marker, but this is one where if you get like a very budget brand, you risk potentially the adhesive not being great. But gaffer tape is something that everyone should have in their camera bag. I use this for so many things. These lights behind me are kind of partly being held up by gaffer tape. My desk, the marker, because we have hardwood floors, and so to mark off where my desk is supposed to sit, I use gaffer tape for that. And it's really just like, honestly, duct tape for photographers videographers, and why would you use this rather than something like duct tape? And it's simple. It does not leave a horrible residue. These are made in America, so if that is not a huge deal for you, then maybe go for something cheaper. I also have the miniature version. I didn't want to carry around a big roll of gaffer tape. I have about 3 miniature versions, and I'll be honest, if it wasn't for the fact that I've lost 1 or 2, I probably would still be on my first roll, just because it is a lot in each roll. These come in, and I'm going to classify this because I did this last week. I promised that some of these things were under like 10, and by the time I went to go film, they were a little bit more expensive, and I had to make a whole bunch of like those little alerts, and I like these to be as clean as possible. So at time of filming, these are $17, and I believe it comes with 3 rolls. So check it out. Gaffer tape, amazing item, under $20. My next item under $20 is the small Rig Multitool. Now I've done a review on this as well, and if you have not seen that review, boop, boop, I'll link that up. Go check it out. It is a great tool to have in your camera bag. It's a great tool to have. I know some people that use this in their EDC. If you're not familiar with EDC, get with it. Everyday carry. Just because it does have different drivers on it, but honestly, this flat driver is where it's at. I use this single driver so much. I said that in my review. I use it all the time because anytime you're trying to screw on a quick release plate and you don't have one that has the little like bar, I don't know. You have to actually screw it in. Like my DJI Ronin SC has one that you have to screw it in, and honestly, this is helpful. And I found that if I use anything other than this, I don't get that on as tight as I want it. This right now at time of filming is right at the $20 marker at $19.99. So definitely check this out. I love this for so many different things. Not only does it have the drivers, but it also has a place for screws, and it is just so good. Throw it in your pocket if you need a multi-tool on an everyday basis. Super great. So now it's time for the main event. And I'll be honest, I had trouble trying to figure out which one should be the main event. These are all great items for under $20. But this item has personally helped me out in so many different scenarios. And honestly, like crucially helped me out. And that is the Anker PowerCore 5000 portable charger. I can't move this around and take this very far because this is currently charging my Tascam DR40. And what's amazing about this is I can use this for a camera. I can use this for my DR40. I can use this to recharge my phone if I'm out in the field. This is so versatile. It's very minimal. It's really just this. It has a little button to tell you how much battery is left. There is a micro USB port to actually charge the PowerCore, and then there's a normal USB to kind of power whatever you're trying to power. I use this on an A6400 to film an entire high school graduation. I literally shot an entire 2-hour graduation in 4K with one battery. Now this won't serve the purpose as like a dummy battery. What it's basically doing is charging your battery while you're filming. I would say easily it triples your battery life, maybe even runs about 4 times longer than what it normally would. So the Anker PowerCore 5000 portable charger, right now it is $19 at time of filming. So I discovered this because I watched another YouTube video, and that YouTube video talks about how you can mount this PowerCore to your camera. I haven't yet gotten that to work, but definitely worth checking it out, and I'll link that up as well. So these are my 5 camera accessories for under $20. Like I said before, I think every one of these items is a must-have, and so check them out. Again, if you want to help support the channel, make sure you use those links in the description below. Those are affiliate links. That's it for me. I hope this has been helpful for you guys. Leave a comment below. Tell me what are some sub $20 items that you use. What are some of your favorite sub $20 items? And we'll open that up for discussion. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you're digging the content coming from the channel, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys here next time. Go and find your journey. Go embrace life. Peace. My next item under $20 is... Can you focus, please? I'm trying to do this seamless. You have a place for all of your screws. Can you? This A7 III is locking onto my face great, but I don't need it to lock onto my face. Oh, Geek Dad Life just made a video. This Geek Dad Life is a new channel on YouTube. If you haven't checked him out, it's a dad vlogging about his family, and you know that's kind of where Anson & Co started out. So if you're into that kind of thing, check them out. I'm sure Jay would appreciate some love, so go check them out. I'll put a link maybe at the end of the video. My mom just subscribed to the channel. So yeah, Mom, you're probably up entirely way too late watching this video, so please go to bed. But yeah, hi Mom.